Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
We've been talking a little bit about an inversion coming in, right? I want to show you here the National Weather Service, the Climate Prediction Center, I should say, puts out their forecast for a month in advance. This was mid-November, the forecast for December. So I showed you this in mid-November, showed a chance of below normal temperatures to the north and above normal temperatures to the south. So in mid-November, this is what the December forecast was. I want to show you the new outlook for December. Totally different. Cold in the east and generally warmer than normal in the west. Not good news for California here. This is certainly the way the first couple of weeks of December are going to go. The question is, will that last into the end of December as well? But this is a huge change. All right, what about the precipitation? Let's take a look first of all at what it was expected to be. This is what it showed here. The December precipitation was from mid-November. The forecast for December showed above normal precipitation, better chances for that anyway up north, below normal to the south. But I want to show you here, if I can go right back to the correct map, this is the new forecast. It doesn't show any above normal precipitation as being the most likely category, but a good chance of just being dry and warm across the entire west. So keep that in mind. The beginning of December is not starting out well for ski areas, but if you hated the snow in the valley last winter, you might be thinking this is okay, I can handle this. We'll see how it goes because we need it for our snowpack. Certainly the winter is a long one. Temperatures in the 30s everywhere, cold up to the north, of course. No real hot temperatures down to the south. There's just not a lot going on around the country outside of the horrible fire situation in Southern California. As far as storms, we're not seeing it. Look at Sun Valley, a beautiful view today with those beautiful blue skies, just a couple of clouds drifting on through. Again, Sun Valley is open, and all ski resorts that have snowmaking equipment are making snow because there's plenty of cold air out there. It was 5 in McCall this morning. As you can see, the lake not frozen yet, but we're getting close to the time where things are really going to start cooling on down. We'll start to see some freezing towards the edges of the lake here before you know it. A little light snow here in the valley. Beautiful conditions in the afternoon, getting into the 20s, but it's already getting frigid in the McCall area right now. My extended forecast shows sunshine, but to see these are all little areas of fog in the morning. For the McCall area, single digits in many instances, possibly even towards the beginning of next week. These numbers might be too high here. We may have to lower that. Just not a lot of changes coming in as we have dry conditions across Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. Our storm track is to the east. This is the weak side when you see the jet stream going from northwest to southeast. Big ridge of high pressure offshore here, and that moisture out of the Pacific is just shooting and rocketing up into central portions of Alaska. All locations in British Columbia here are generally dry as well. It is just a huge blocking ridge of high pressure, not letting storms come through. We may get a weak one trying to move through. It's not going to happen. A couple could sneak down from the north and give us a colder blast of air, with snow in eastern Idaho maybe in about 8 or 9 days, but the bottom line is it's likely to stay to the east. And unfortunately, the Ventura fire, the Santa Ana winds are blowing this huge ridge of high pressure with clockwise wind flowing around it. It goes to the mountains in combination with low pressure to the south of the storm. You get the strong wind coming in, and as it goes over the mountains, it sinks. When it sinks into the valley, that wind accelerates into those valley locations and it dries out as well. So just north of Los Angeles here, near northeast of Oxnard here, that descending dry air, humidity is at 8 to 10% right now. We had some very strong wind gusts earlier. The gusts around the fire around 20 miles per hour right now, but the fire creates its own wind. There are stronger wind gusts to 40 miles an hour not far from Los Angeles. The bottom line is these winds could intensify. Not the best of news. And you see no snowstorms across the country over the next couple of days. A little snow in the south. Here's a little bit of snow trying to go towards Denver. The bottom line is it's about the benign December when you really take a look at it. If we go out 10 days, the only snow is in Montana and Wyoming. That's the forecast, dry for the entire west. So here's a quick check of my exclusive true view of tomorrow's weather today. Blue skies will continue. High temperatures tomorrow near 40 after being in the 20s in the morning, and in the west central mountains and central mountains all around, single digits above or below zero. Possibly some fog forming. High temperatures getting into the 30s, but Riggins will hit 47 degrees on the river. Some great fishing weather, and my extended forecast shapes up to be the same. Teens to near 20 in the morning, upper 30s to near 40 with an increasing threat for fog and clouds coming in. You saw that extended forecast for December. Not promising for heavy snow across the west. Let's hope it shifts as we get towards the end of the month.
No snow and inversion. Not two things we like.
I'm not going to bring up the two words white Christmas just yet.
No, let's not do that.
Let's not.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott.
So the most senior member of the U.S. House of Representatives is resigning.